How's it going? I'm Ryan. Today I'm going to go over the three trades that I took on MNQ. Today was a bit of a choppier, kind of a difficult day to trade. I missed some bigger moves, hit a couple scalps, ended up positive overall in the day. We'll look at those trades in just a second. We're on the 15-minute chart here looking at MNQ. The zone that came into play today was from like 18,215 to 18,197 or so. We had yesterday's high of day and low of day. Low of day didn't really come into play. Had a trend line from yesterday through pre-market into today, and a resistance that formed intraday as well that kind of came into play. But let's take a look. We're on, and I'm actually going to break this down so we have multiple time frames here that we can look at. The very first trade that I took was a short position, and we had opened the morning above right around yesterday's high. Would have been an excellent chance to long there on the hold off the open here. Did not get that. Got a pretty nice move. From there we started kind of trending down a little bit, failing to make higher highs and making some lower lows. We came and bounced after we put in this low a day here. I drew this trend line from yesterday's price action through pre-market through today based off of swing lows. And we continued to have this upper trend line resistance as well. You see a series of lower highs. It was kind of just waiting for a breakout here. We came down, we're looking pretty bearish, right? We have these large red candles on the 5,000 tick chart, some bearish engulfing on the break of that trend line as well. When we pushed up here and retested this area that was holding as support earlier, I entered a put or a short position. So we're looking, where on the timeline are we? Here we are. So I entered right around, adjust this, entered right around 18,195 or so. My target was this swing low here. So 18,181, about a 14-point move. My stop was initially right at the high of this swing low. Once we started kind of chopping around, I brought it down to the high of this swing low, or well, swing high, I suppose. So de-risked a little bit initially, had about 12 or so points, or 13 points of risk for about 14 points of reward. So about a 1-to-1 trade, nothing crazy. I did lower that to the point where it was about 7-point risk once I saw that we were kind of chopping. And then once we maintained this range for a while and started to form these lower wicks, I moved my take profit from this swing low here to the bottom of this range. And on this final move down, we did hit my take profit for a very small gain. It was about 9 points, I believe, on the fill. So nothing crazy, very small scalp, up about $18 or so at this point. That was the first trade of the day. What I was hoping for is that we would get a breakdown. Obviously this swing low was the first profit target. If I had runners, then I would try to look back and maybe target like somewhere around 18,169 or so, potentially the bottom of this range around 18,160. But we never got down there. And once I started starting to hold, I was happy to move my take profit a little bit to the bottom of this range and just to take the easy, quick win rather than getting stopped out for no reason when I saw that we weren't going to break lower. So that was the first trade of the day. We got this breakout of this downtrend here and got a really nice move to the upside from that, about 40 points or so to the upside without really a pullback. Didn't get any entry on this. I didn't want to chase. I guess we did get kind of a pullback in here to like previous highs. So that wouldn't have been a bad entry to take long from there. But I did not chase the long entry once we had that breakout. I wanted to see us kind of retest the trend line and then continue, but we never quite got that. So missed that big move up. That was really, really nice. Probably the best move of the day. The second trade that I took was right in here. So after we had this big move up, we printed this candle here. To me, looks like a nice reversal pattern. I entered a short position, so that was here on the 1000 tick chart. I entered a short position right around 18,247 or so. Stop above the high a day, which was here at this point, and was quickly stopped out. So once we got that candle close, I entered, somewhere in here and got stopped out pretty quick. What I was hoping for was with this explosive move up that we'd get a pullback, maybe down to like this level of consolidation in here around the previous high. So I was looking for a quick scalp, had a really tight risk in the understanding that we did have a really big move up and that could continue. So that was a small loss. At this point, it was up a couple dollars after the quick scalp that I had earlier. So that was second trade. Third and final trade, I stepped away for a few hours, came back in the evening, and we had broken to the upside, ranged a little bit, broken back down, and then we were slowly grinding our way down. When I zoomed out and I was looking at this price action, I'm actually going to zoom in on this time frame and zoom out up here. So I was watching kind of this level, like right in here, that we had held, right? Acted a bit as resistance, support before, and we were breaking down out of that. So if we're looking at the 1000 tick chart, we're here. When we got this break, push back above, break, retest, came up and retested again. I entered a short position. My stop loss was above this swing high. My entry was around, I think, 18,190, somewhere in here. Stop loss above the swing high, so about a 10-point stop loss. I was trying to target a move much further down. So I was hoping to see us come down to maybe this low of this range, potentially in here. We got close. I had a take profit down here that was pretty optimistic, over a 20-point take profit target there. We got pretty close on this move down, but rather than take the profit down here, I just continued to move my stop loss down into profit. I put my stop loss right at this support turn resistance right in here. When we were breaking down, we got a pretty sharp recovery that stopped me out on this candle here. So got stopped out for profit. This is my third and final trade of the day. I just saw that we had broken down. We're forming new lows on the day. Wanted to see if we could reach this bottom support here. We did hit kind of this next level right in here, like around 18,172 or so. That would have been really nice. Additional 10 points or so from where I got stopped out. But nonetheless, I was just trying to let it ride and see how far we could take it. It was a slow day for me overall. I missed some of the big moves, so really just seeing what I could squeeze out of that. But that was it. Ended up with a modest profit on the day. Green overall on the week. Looking to continue it into next few days and see if we can't close this out strong. I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much. I do trade live Monday through Friday, so I'll be here all week. You're welcome to stop by if you feel so inclined. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace.